we go on 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on the Welcome On Podcast. I'm your host, Famous and Garden, and I'm joined by my co-host Q.
Hey, what it do, y'all? What it do? Y'all know what it is.
Yep. In today's episode, we are previewing the Missouri Tigers as South Carolina looks to get their first win since 2017 in Missouri. It's the last time they won on the road in Missouri. So South Carolina is looking to do that. Lenore Sellers, he was questionable this week, but now he is probable as expected and will go for the Gamecocks here against Missouri. So that's good news. Injury report real quick before we get into this one. Judge Collier will be out. Judge Collier officially out, and Michael Smith, our tight end, he will not be playing also. So we will see what happens with that. Q, before we do start this thing up, I do feel like we need to go ahead and give a moment for Connor Shaw, our guy Connor Shaw. Unfortunately, and most people know by now, but yesterday, which was on Wednesday evening, Connor Shaw was coaching his son's team out there in Simpsonville, South Carolina, out there in the upstate. And unfortunately, he had a medical emergency. He collapsed. CPR was needed, and he was sent to the hospital. And tests has been ran. He's been responsive. He's responsive now. He's stable condition now. He was in the ICU. I've been told a couple things what happened. I'm not going to go into detail. It's a private matter, of course, but just at this point, keep Connor and his family in your prayers. I mean, Connor is a extremely fit guy. So for something like this to happen, I mean, it scares you, right? And, Q, I mean, he's a family guy and he has a great family. He's young. He's our age, right?
Yeah.
So
I was like a year younger. He's like a year younger than us. So
yeah. I mean, I think he's turning 34 here soon, but it's like Q. It just puts in perspective what life is, and I got to tell you, as a country, I don't believe we've done that very well lately. I've seen a lot of people upset at each other for no reason and taking things away that really don't need to be taken to. And I think we forget about life is short.
yeah, man. This one hits home a lot, as you know, FG. We experience Connor. Like
Mm,
it's the difference between knowing Connor and experiencing Connor Shaw.
mm-hmm.
And this one makes it kind of surreal because of his age, what he's done, not just for Carolina football, not just for the university, but for the community,
Mm-hmm.
how much he means to the community. The personal talks I've had with Connor, who's just a great person, man. Just a great person. You want nothing but the best for him. Gave it his all every day. Anytime you saw him, he gave 110. Whether it was in the classroom, whether it was on the field, off the field, in leadership, anything like that, you knew what you got when it came to Connor Shaw. And this news really shook me, man. I can't lie. It really shook me, and it's something you guys have got to realize. All of our fans, all of our listeners, life is short, as FG has
Yeah.
said, and you need to love your loved ones. Something I've emphasized. Anyone that knows me knows how much I love my fiance to death. I adore her, and something that we take serious is time. Money comes and goes, but one thing you can never take back is time. There's nothing you can never go back is time.
100%. 100%.
And that makes it so much more valuable than any and everything you have. And so make sure you do love on your loved ones. Make sure you do take that time out. But complete prayers are up to Connor Shaw, a legend in Carolina, not just for what he's done on the field, but I really genuinely mean this, guys. What he did off the field supersedes anything he did on the field. Anyone that has ever come in contact with Connor will tell you the exact same thing. He was a guy that was first on the field, last to leave. He he was there. I remember it was after his one of his early starts in his career, and we won the game. I want to say it might have been I think it was Kentucky. It was at home against Kentucky. But like that's what's ringing a bell. And I remember Connor staying after the game and signing autographs for at least an hour and a half to two.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody meant something to him. It doesn't matter who you were, where you came from. Everybody meant something to him. He loved his teammates, loved his coaches. He loved his family. He's a
Mm-hmm.
very faithful man. He loves God above all. You just overall great person, man. And I'm praying for him. Man. This was a scary moment, man, for your child to have to see that. For your family to have to see that, not knowing what's next is tough. It's a tough situation, and you know I just praying for the best for him, and hopefully he pulls through, because that is a strong guy. It's a very strong guy. He's that I always think back to that Missouri game on the road, bro, where he had to come in and literally save the season, man. And I
Mm-hmm.
will always remember how he had to do that, man. 17 unanswered. I want to say, was it 17 unanswered points? Man,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that cat was different, man. That Connor Shaw is the definition of a true live gamer, man. A true live
Mm-hmm.
gamer. So I Connor, we're praying for you, and we're here, bro, and we're can't wait to hear from you once all this clears, because I know you're gonna fight and pull through, bro.
Absolutely, Q. Absolutely, 100%. So, but, as the tough days could be ahead, but obviously, if they are, you've got a whole massive support group behind you. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Not at all. Uh, taking it to another direction with Travian Robertson, as we have learned to find out more about what happened with him and the situation. Dutch Fork Fire Rescue, which out here at outside Ballantyne, Irmo, South Carolina, been holding it down for years. I mean, Q and I grew up around those folks for a long time.
Big time, big time people.
There's
Big time.
there's a post from them from the other day, actually yesterday at 2:30. They posted, and this is what it reads. It says volunteers and first shift crew members from Dutch Fork Fire Rescue had the privilege of visiting Coach Travian Robertson from the University of South Carolina Gamecocks football program this afternoon. Coach Robertson was involved in a serious head-on collision with entrapment on August 22nd of this year. Crews worked diligently that morning to free Coach Robertson and allow him to be transported to a local hospital. He has already endured 5 surgeries, as he continues to recover from severe life-changing injuries. It was an honor to check in on his progress, offer encouragement, and present him with the Dutch Fork Fire Rescue Challenge coin as a symbol of strength and support. Despite all he has been through, Coach Robertson's resilience and determination are truly inspiring. We're cheering him on through his rehab journey, and can't wait to see him back on the sidelines, coach of the Gamecocks soon. So, and you're seeing more about what happened with it. Um, there was a DUI involved. Obviously, coach wasn't the one that had the DUI. It was the passenger that sadly passed away, or it's not passenger, the other driver that sadly passed away. And once again, it puts in perspective. I mean, all Travian was doing was going to work. Going to go coach the Gamecocks. Going to go coach the Gamecocks. And that happens. And at this point, he's still in a wheelchair, 2 braces on each leg. Still don't know exactly what the extent of the injuries are, but when you hear severe life-changing injuries,
Serious stuff, man.
it's
Serious
crazy.
stuff, man. Serious stuff, man.
It's crazy. But he's been in
But
practice this week, so
I'm thankful. I'm thankful that he's been all right, man. I can't sit here and lie to you. I'm thankful, bro. I'm extremely thankful that he's all right. He's here. He's here with us. If he doesn't coach another down, I'm glad he's here with us.
Mm.
That's what's important. That he's here with his family. That he's here, still being able to be a dad. All those different things, because it could have been
100%.
different, man. And so
100%.
there's things in life that matter. Wins and losses come and go, but once again, they go back to that time, man. You cannot change that, and that's so. I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad he's doing better.
100%. So hopefully we'll see Travian on the field soon. But he, like I said, same thing, man. He's got a whole huge, massive support group around him. The guys were
Mhm.
recently also visiting him, his teammates, so his players. So just good stuff. And shout out to Jordan Dove, doing the job that he's done in his absence.
Fantastic job.
You know,
Fantastic job, man.
I told him last week after the Vanderbilt game, despite how everything went in that one, I said he's done a great job, holding it down for Travian. So,
Very good.
That young guy's got a bright future in coaching. So it's going to be
facts.
really interesting to see what happens with his career. And finally, Q, South Carolina beat Ole Miss tonight in women's soccer 4-0. Belt to A over there. South Carolina over Ole Miss, which is currently ranked as the 15th team in the country. So shout out to the women's soccer.
Women's team's cooking right now. They're cooking, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's a good team. It's a good team.
Really good team. Really good team.
It's a really good team. So let's take it in, Q. It's South Carolina versus Missouri down there in Como, Columbia, Missouri. It's that place where South Carolina has won since 2017. They haven't won since 2017. There's some points in this game that's very interesting going in. A few things first, Q. South Carolina gets Lenora Sellers back. Thankfully, they get him back. Obviously, Judge Collier's not going to be available in this game, of course. Michael Smith's not going to be available. But you get your guy. Get your guy back. You get your guy back, and that's what counts here, right?
Yeah.
The other hand, Bo Pribula, the quarterback over Missouri, apparently there's something going on with his hand. There's rumors floating around tonight, and they're pretty heavy. It's a lot of buzz right now, a lot of smoke, Q, and where there's smoke, there's fire. It's a broken hand is what they're saying. A lot of people are saying right there. I don't know if he has a broken hand or not. And, of course, Eli's not going to put that on an injury report now. Interesting stuff.
All I look at in the situation is this. We're going to find out how healthy he is come Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will find out everything we need to know there. If he's not healthy, it's going to show. I personally believe he's not healthy. I don't think he has been healthy for a while. But he's the only one they have, or they're in some trouble at quarterback. If they're going to do what they did against the last week, I think it was Louisiana they played last week. Was it Louisiana? If they do the same thing they did last week, which is run the ball the whole time, that plays in our favor a lot. If we're just trying to fill run gaps, that's going to play huge in our favor. Their wide receiver room Theo Wise is not coming back through that door, nor there's Luther Burton, which played a huge role last year in why that game was as close as it was. The run game was good, but man, they made some really big pass plays that really, played a role in this. But alas, let me actually address the game in general. As a team, as a unit, as a school, anything you want to write in the situation, this game became must win after last week. The reason this game became must win, not necessarily even for college football playoff implications, not necessarily for, job stability, nothing like that, because none of that really came into play. This game became a must win because when you have expectations, even if things go wrong, you still need to get back on track with the expectations that are on the table. Let me say that again. When you have expectations, you need to get back on track when you fall off to still meet those expectations. If you are serious as a group, as a unit, as a team, in the growth that you want South Carolina to be persuaded as, to be brought into as, to be looked at as, you have to do what you're supposed to do. No matter how you want to put this, you're going to have to win against Missouri, and that's going to have to happen on the road. You needed to finish the first 5 games 5-0 or 4-1. Now, I said you needed 5-0 just for the mere fact of I saw the back 7 games. And you have 1 guaranteed. So, no matter what happened in the situation in life, You starting 5-0 at least guaranteed you bowl eligibility. No matter what case may be, would have guaranteed you bowl eligibility. Now, bowl eligibility is not where we're trying to be. You're trying to be more towards contender than you are bowl eligible. So you're staring 4-1 in the face, but you got to get to 4-1. 3-2 is going to be very difficult to explain. That's just how I look at it. That's just how I'm being completely honest. When you're talking about trajectory and explaining where the program is going, 3-2 is going to be very difficult to explain when this was your easiest route in your schedule. So I say all that to say this. You're playing a Missouri team that has not really been tested. And so when you play a team that hasn't really been tested, there's a couple of things you got to figure out. If this team is who they are they really what they're supposed to be? Or are they just a product of an easy schedule? Now, a couple issues they have is they don't have a kicking game. So that kind of makes things a little iffy, a little different. Especially if this game comes down to a field goal. It gets a little tricky. Then on top of that, they have really good running backs. But if they're going to go run heavy and you're stacking the box, are you worried about the pass? Well, Judge is not playing. So what are you going to do opposite of Cisse? Do I think there's going to be a change there? I do. What that looks like, we'll see. You don't have Michael Smith, our most versatile tight end. How healthy is Brady? Is Brady and Dingle ready to go? What do those things look like? So Mo Brown also playing a role in that. But here comes Q's biggest thing. Can we churn out an offense enough to win a game? The defense, I hate to be that person, and I know there's people who's going to hate when I say this, but personally, the defense did enough to win against Vanderbilt. The offense gave them nothing, handed them nothing. So you go into Como with a defense who just gave up 31 for the first time, in a long time, since LSU, right? Since LSU of 2024. And that was the third game of the season. So you went a year pretty much without giving up, 30 points. So what do you do this time? Well, this is the thing. Sellers was playing. We've known for a while Sellers was going to play. But here's the kicker. It's time for you to use that wide receiver room the way it was designed to be used. It's time for you to complement your run game with the pass game that you have available to you. Nick Harbor isn't the only person that can catch the ball out there. Donovan Murphy can catch the ball. Mazeo Bennett can catch the ball. Brian Rowe can catch the ball. Vendrigas Jacobs can catch the ball. Malik Clark can catch the ball. You have receivers that can catch the ball. You have that availability. Give them the opportunity to do that. Our pass blocking was great against Vanderbilt. There were just missed opportunities. That can't happen against Missouri. And the only issue I have on defense, you can't miss tackles against Missouri. That's what that looks like. That's what those things look like. So if you want the real, that's the real. If you want to win this game, because I don't have a prediction for you. I don't have one for you. But if you want to win this game, those things have got to happen. You've got to take offense serious. And offense, you've got to put points on the board.
I got to tell you, I was looking, I was doing a deep dive on this team for Missouri. And it's a defense that hasn't really faced much, right? You played what Central Arkansas or whoever it was, and then you played Kansas, and then you played Louisiana, Monroe or Lafayette, whichever one of those. But the thing I'm looking at is that these guys have only got to the quarterback 6 times out of all those games. 6 times. I would have felt like you would have gotten to the quarterback more times than that, personally. They don't force too many turnovers so far. I think they only have like 3 turnovers in all, two INTs, maybe 1 fumble. So they haven't really got them to turn the ball over too much, man. Like not much at all. So you kind of look at that on defense. They got a lot of young faces over there on defense too. I'll bring that up. But with the running back game, the running game, if you don't tackle, man, Hardy's going to make you pay. Roberts is going to make you pay. Those are 2 great dual running backs. A 2-headed dragon, if you will, whatever you want to call it, 2-headed monster. I mean, it's something that you don't want to run into because on these broken tackles, I want to say one of them ran for 63 yards. The other was like 71 yards. I mean, these guys take opportunity. They make the most out of these opportunities, and they average 7-8 yards a run. I mean, that's a problem. So if Bo's not healthy, you're going to have to see this running game is going to come alive. And Q, I do think you are correct. I mean, as far as it playing into our hand, but also at the same time, we have to be able to make those plays, to be able to tackle. Because
you gotta want to tackle. You gotta want to tackle.
You have.
No matter how y'all want to put this, you gotta want to tackle, and that's where I am with this team. Defensively, you gotta want to tackle. If there's nothing else you do, make sure you wrap up and you tackle. There were so many missed opportunity and tackles that led to so many points at Vanderbilt. It made me sick. It genuinely made me sick. At least 21 of the 31 points they got was literally missed tackles. There were third downs that we could have gotten off the field and missed tackles happened. And so I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that for so many different reasons. But the biggest reason I have the issue with it is it could have been prevented. This is preventable situations. Just like on offense, it's literally preventable situations. But I want to explain this too. I pray we have a better plan than what the heck I saw if Lenoir's had went down again. I pray we have a way better plan than what I saw. Because what I saw was downright embarrassing.
Let's just, let's not get into that situation again. I will say this too, Q, about, as far as our defense goes right now with third down, I mean, it's not pretty, man. We're 105th right now in the country. But Clemson's also 95th, and they brought back everybody. So I just want to bring that up. For you.
So it's
South Carolina. Oh, it is. It is. And here's the thing. What happened in Vanderbilt, I really do, against Vanderbilt, I believe it's just a huge asterisk because you lost to Lenoir Sellers when you did. And I felt like everything went out the window after that. Any kind of effort, the mentality, I think it all went out the window after that. However, as a team, that's not an excuse. You have to be better the next man up. You got to have the right mindset. You got to be ready to go again. It's easy for me to say, I get it. I understand. But as a head coach, you have to be ready to get these guys going. And do I think South Carolina can bounce back? I think they can. I think they can do it. I think they can do it in Missouri. I think they can do it. And if they do it, good. I mean, a lot of people have some serious apologizing to do on the timeline. I'm going to put it that way. So, especially to Lenoir's, especially to 16. Like I said, Q, the wide receivers, they don't really, they really blow it up by any means. I mean, Kevin Coleman's pretty good. And then Marquise Johnson, I mean, those are 2 pretty solid wide receivers. But everybody else they're under 100 yards receiving each. So you don't have any like big, any big stat breakers out there. And you've played nobody. I'm sorry, but Missouri's played nobody. And I don't understand how they had 6 home games to start the season out. Who did Eli have to, I don't even want to talk about that. Like, that's crazy to me. 6 home games to start the season?
Hey, man, this is where, like I said, I want to see what kind of test we can bring to them. You got to hit them in the mouth, and you got to hit them in the mouth and keep punching. And that's the goal. You need to hit them in the mouth. You got to keep punching. That's what needs to happen on Saturday. Hit them in the mouth. You got to keep punching.
Yeah, and get off on third down. Get off on third down. Get off the field. Get off and get home, guys. Get home. Get home. Sack that quarterback. Bo's going to be, if this is true and he has a broken hand, and I got to tell you, man, from the stats from 334 yards against Kansas to 174 against Louisiana, And Hardy had 250 yards rushing last week against Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette, or whoever it was. I'm telling you, there's a reason for that. There's a reason
we'll
for that.
see. No, we'll see. We'll find out. 100% find out. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's just where it is. But that's the keys to it. You're going to have to offensive line is going to have to continue to protect better, create running lanes for the running backs. Running backs are going to have to get going. Lenoir is going to have to play well, but you got to get your receivers in the game. You're going to have to start throwing the ball around and get your receivers in the game, and that's the only way you're going to get to where you need to be is if you get your receivers in the game. And it's up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's a very efficient team on third down. That offense from Missouri, so it's like one of those teams that can just wear you down, and you don't want to be in that position again. You simply don't. But South Carolina, I mean, look, as inconsistent as they've been on offense so far this season, it only takes one game. It only takes one game to click. Oklahoma last year. Look at it. Mm-hmm. It can happen. It can happen.
It's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Well, I mean, Q, that's really it, man. You have anything else before we wrap it up, my guy?
No, that's it. This is game time. This is a must win right here. You get a ranked team on the road, get you a dub, get back in the win column, and let's move forward.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we really are. We really have that opportunity to get this done now, and it's right in front of you. And South Carolina has to ultimately think: Are we going to take it? Are we going to grab what's in front of us? Are we going to do it?
I know what I want to say. I do want to give a shout out to Lil Bro Tristan Lewis. I saw today he told everybody his recruitment is shut down. Anyone that's shocked that guys were still coming after him, you just haven't watched him play. You just haven't watched him play. He's fantastic. He knows what he's doing. He has been out there cooking, and it's good that he's shut it down. That we're at this point, which is great. So now we just gotta now we move. Let's move. Let's move. And you keep seeing that with this recruiting class, and I think that's really big for us. A lot of our guys have shut things down and made things good. And we've got a lot of recruits that are loving this. 27 class is going to be special. But this season is going to ride a lot on that too. So if we can get things going with this season, I think 27 class will be where it needs to be. So I'm looking forward to that point of it as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. Here we did have to go to spreads real quick for ESPN, our little spread contest thing we've been doing. Obviously, Parker White's still holding it down in first place, but Oregon is a 34.5 point favorite over the Oregon State. You taking the Ducks?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ducks in that one. Notre Dame, a 26.5 point favorite over Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue's terrible.
They are pretty bad. With 63% of the country thinks that Notre Dame is not going to do it. 63% of the country.
I do think they're going to cover that spread.
Florida State, Kent State, 42.5 point favorite over Kent State. Florida State.
I think Kent State. I just think they'll keep it over 40 and 2.5.
Probably one of the game of the weeks, man. Oklahoma, the Auburn Tigers, number 22 Auburn Tigers. I don't understand why they're ranked. Going to Boomer Sooner over there, and it's a 6.5 point favorite for the Sooners.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma, but if they don't cover that spread, they got bigger problems than what they think. I did see their injury report, and I was like, they got offensive line issues again. They got a lot of guys hurt, so I'm curious to see.
There's a lot of people talking right now that potentially once you get that SEC play now, Oklahoma may get a little exposed a little, if you will.
I'm intrigued to see
it. Tulane comes out as a 11.5 point underdog against Ole Miss on the road. Number 13 Ole Miss, which also I don't understand why they're 13.
I like Ole Miss's backup quarterback. He's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like Tulane's team too.
That's a scrappy team.
I'm probably gonna go Tulane. I think I went Tulane.
We're an Ole Miss because it's on the road at Ole Miss. They can, they're not too terrible, and they normally will cover the spread at home. It seems like. South Carolina traveling to Missouri. It is one of the picks, and right now on ESPN it's showing a 12.5, but I don't think that is correct. I believe it's a 10.
Oh, then I'm taking South Carolina over the spread regardless.
Yeah. Miami and Florida, which I'm kind of curious about this one. Miami's only a 7.5 point favorite over the Gators.
I just don't believe in Billy right now. I don't think he believes in himself. I think he knows he's a dead man walking, so it's kind of like he doesn't. I don't know. I think Miami covers that, but I will say if Miami loses this game, that may get bad for the rest of the country when they're playing Florida, because when Billy gets confidence, I don't know, it's just something about his team. When he is confident, his team is pretty confident. But I mean, Lagway is doing exactly what I thought would happen with Lagway. Just I figured this was going to happen. There's no way you can tell me 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions last year didn't open your eyes to what the possibility of what could happen with him is. So, I mean, that's just me personally. I was never thinking it was going to be any different. So, throwing 5 picks in a game was like NCAA college football type bad.
It's madness. Like I can't recall the last time a quarterback threw 5 picks in one game.
But for them to only win by 10, though, I got some questions for LSU too.
No, I do agree, because there was only 13 points on offense, by the way, because one of them was a pick 6.
Yeah, that's I got questions. I got a raised eyebrow, and it was at LSU too. So I got a raised eyebrow at that situation, and I'm intrigued to see how that plays out as well. I am intrigued to see how that situation plays out too.
Yep, the Washington Huskies. The Washington Huskies play the Washington State Cougars on the road. Washington State at home, and Washington, the Huskies are actually a 20.5 point favorite over the Cougars.
Rivalry game. I think the Cougars cover it.
I like it. That's what I went with the Cougs. Sam Houston State, a 41.5 point underdog against the Longhorns. 41.5. Is Arch Manning going to get an offense going, or is he going to continue to struggle?
No, I got them covering that, the 41.5. The Sam Houston. Just think they'll cover it. I don't know why. I just feel like they will.
It's definitely interesting. Sam Houston is 0-3 on the season. Interesting game for sure on this one. Southern Cal, a 15.5 point favorite over the Michigan State Spartans as the Spartans travel to SoCal.
I go either way with that one. I can see SoCal covering, and also can see Michigan State covering the spread. So I probably will go Michigan State, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, I took Sparty at my end just for the heck of it, and I
might do that.
Yeah, potentially. Well, we'll see. The pick's not off to the best start. Fantasy football, that's a whole different story, right, Q?
Screw you, bro.
We won't go over that final score. We won't go over that final score.
I hate fantasy football, bro. I should have never played. I knew I should. Friggin' should have just left it alone where I thought I should. Friggin' stupid.
FG's fantasy football team is on a tear right now in our league. It's on a nice little tear, and unfortunately, Q ran into that last week.
So, bad, bro. Friggin' Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow once again. Joe Burrow being Joe Burrow.
Hey, I mean, look, he needs protection, and obviously they don't care. They don't care, Q. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
I should have never got him. I should have focused more on running backs. I drafted bad, but I was in a bad predicament too. I don't like where I drafted at either. I wish I'd have got the first or the last pitch. I wish if I had the first or the last pick, I'd be much better team.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was second to last and sitting 2-0.
It helped out a lot, man. It helps a
nice
freaking
squad,
lot, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it helps a lot, bro.
The only place I think I'd wish I'd done better at is quarterback, because Jalen Hurts is my quarterback, and he just has not been there, unfortunately, for your Eagles this year. I mean, he's won, but fantasy football, he's not looking good. not looking too well. But wide receiver group though, man, Puka Nacua, Devontae Smith, Igbuka from Tampa. Oh my goodness! I mean, don't even get me started on them right now, man. They Hollywood Brown on the bench. I mean, I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking with these guys. But hey, man, it's a long season ahead. Long season ahead in the fantasy football. My luck, I tend to have guys go in the IR sooner than later. So we'll see how that goes. Q, do you have anything else before we do wrap this thing up?
Nah, that's it, man. See y'all on Saturday.
And I say, well, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in live. The Welcome On Podcast over on X, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all those good places there. Appreciate y'all listening to the show on Apple and Spotify, the official voice of South Carolina on the Believe Network. You can rate and review the show. And also, you can follow all that good stuff on YouTube, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to keep up with us. We got a lot of good stuff pumping, man. And hey, just like I said, we're happy to be here, happy to put the show on for you guys, and live every day like it's your last, buddy. Live every day like your last. So continue to pray for Connor and his family and Travian as he continues to get better. But guys, we will see you next time.
Peace.